Okay, something is seriously going on with Zach Noble and Ava Hirons because somehow every time this couple posts something involving their newborn, the comment section turns into a full blown debate. And this time, it all started with what looked like a completely normal TikTok. Ava was dancing along outside while carrying her 9 week old baby in sling. And within hours, people were questioning whether the baby was positioned safely. But here's where things got interesting. Ava actually responded to the criticism, and her explanation was not what everyone expected. So, why are people suddenly watching everything Zack and Ava do with their baby? And is this actually a parenting controversy, or are people taking things way too far? Let's get into it. If you don't know the Love Island world closely, here's a quick backstory. Zack Noble became known for appearing on Love Island in 2023 while he finished fourth with Molly Marsh. The two had a pretty serious relationship after leaving the villa, including getting back together after an earlier split. But eventually they broke up for good in 2025. And only a few months later, Zach's new relationship with Eva Herons became public. Eva is an influencer with the daughter of skincare expert Caroline Herons. So she already had a pretty significant online presence of her own. The relationship became public around October 2025. Then, just a few months later, they announced something huge. They were having a baby. In February, Zack and Eva revealed they were expecting their first child together, posting ultrasound pictures, pictures of themselves. And honestly, people were shocked by how quickly everything seemed to happen. They had gone public with their relationship only months earlier, and now they are preparing to become parents. But despite the surprise, plenty of people were genuinely happy for them. They later revealed they were expecting a baby boy, and in June their son was born. On Zach's 29th birthday, which Zach called the best birthday present he could have received, the couple had deliberately kept their baby's identity private. They haven't revealed his name publicly, and they don't show his face online, and that is important for what happened next. Fast forward to now, Eva posted a TikTok where she was dancing outside while carrying a newborn in a baby sling. And at first glance, it really didn't seem like some huge scandal. It was basically just one of those casual lifestyle videos influencer post. But people immediately started focusing on the baby. More specifically, they were concerned about how low the baby appeared to be Career. Sitting in the carrier. Some viewers began commenting that the baby's head should be positioned higher, with some saying the baby should be high enough that a parent can easily kiss the top of the head. And suddenly the comments weren't really about Ava's TikTok anymore. They became a debate about parenting. Some people were basically saying, why is nobody telling her this? While others were debating Ava while others were defending Eva and saying people online were jumping to conclusions based on few seconds of footage. And then Eva herself addressed it. This is where the story gets interesting. Eva explained that the baby position is in the video was intentional. According to her response, she had lowered the baby significantly because she didn't want people to see his face. Remember, Jack and Eva had made it very clear that they are trying to protect their son's privacy. So, when what some viewers interpreted as potentially unsafe position was, according to Eva, something she deliberately changed for the video so that her baby identity would remain hidden. And Eva also pushed back against the idea that she doesn't know how to safely carry her own child. She reassured people that she knows how to position him correctly. So now we left with two very different interpretations of the exact same TikTok. One side sees a parent potentially doing something wrong. The other side sees thousands of strangers judging a mother based on social media clips without knowing the real situation. And honestly, this is where social media parenting debates got really complicated. And here's something that makes the situation even more interesting. This isn't actually the first time Zach and Eva had faced criticism involving their newborn. Just a few weeks ago, Zach also responded after people raised concerns about a photo involving their Doberman Scooby and the baby. The photo showed the dog lying near the newborn, and some followers immediately started warning Zach about potential risk. Zach basically burst off the criticism, responding in a very casual way, and once again the comment section became divided. Some people were saying people are just trying to warn them, while others were saying, why does everyone think they need to parent someone else's child? And now, after this Ava controversy, people are starting to notice a pattern. Every time Zach or Eva shares something involving their baby, there seems to be a group of people ready to analyze it. And that's where the conversation becomes bigger than just on TikTok. And of course, because of the internet, there's another layer people can't seem to stop talking about: Zach's past relationship with Molly Marsh. Zach and Molly were one of the couples from Love Island season 10, and they stayed together for quite a while after leaving the villa. So when Zach moved on with Ava and then quickly became a father, people naturally started comparing his old relationship with his new life. Even Molly was pulled into the conversation earlier this year, even fans interpreted one of her posts as a possible reaction to Zach and Ava's pregnancy announcement. But we should be careful here. A lot of people say about Molly's reaction is speculation from fans. There isn't enough to confidently say that every cryptic post was actually about Zach. And honestly, there's another perfect example of how quickly social media can turn assumptions into facts. So this is where I think the situation gets interesting. Was Ava wrong for posting the TikTok? Not necessarily. Were Ava wrong for having concerns? Also, not necessarily. If someone genuinely believes a baby might be positioned incorrectly, it's understandable that they might say something. But there's a huge difference between saying, "Hey, just checking, is the baby positioned safely?" and attacking someone as thought you've decided that they're a bad parent. And we also have to remember that we are watching a few seconds of someone's life through a screen. We don't know what happened before the video. We don't know what happened immediately after. And we definitely don't know everything about how they care for their child. So personally, I think the biggest issue here isn't even the sling. It's how quickly social media turns a tiny movement into a verdict on someone's entire parenting ability. And honestly, I don't think this is going to be the last time Zach and Eva deal with this. They're branding new parenting. They're both online. They're already decided to share parts of their family life with millions of people. The combination is basically guaranteed to attract opinions, but at the same time, they have made one thing pretty clear: they want to keep their son's identity private. And if they are going to continue posting their lives while protecting that boundary, we are probably going to see more situations where people interpret a tiny detail without knowing the full story. So now I'm curious, do you think people are genuinely concerned about Ava's TikTok, or do you think the internet has gone way too far with the parenting criticism? Because after the latest controversy, the comment section is definitely not on the same page. And that was pretty much for today's video, and I'll meet you in the next one. Until then, bye.